Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. We're live tonight, people. Slightly earlier time, 7 p.m. Monday session live. You know it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a busy one as well. If you want to get a question in, the link is already up, so you can kind of jump the queue, get a question in now. So your question will be top of the pile. But I'll see you all at 7 p.m. and I will try and answer as many questions as possible. All right, the fallout from the weekend still continues. What a crazy fight. One of the best heavyweight fights I've seen live. Maybe the best heavyweight fight I've seen live. Fury Usyk 1 maybe still is the best actually, because that was crazy. But yeah, you know, I did Car Diaries, which is up now already. And I said on Car Diaries that I think Fabio Wardley is sort of, and I'm trying to think of this, so not just sort of British boxing, but in world boxing, I'm trying to think of a fighter that is more value for money than Fabio Wardley. Like Benavidez came to mind. I think Virgil Ortiz is value for money as well. But Fabio Wardley is definitely up there with them, if not above them at the moment. Like, you look at what this guy does in the ring, and it is just non-stop action. Like non-stop action. It's incredible. So if you are buying a ticket to a Fabio Wardley fight, you just know you're going to get entertained, which is rare. Like, but you look at Fabio, look at all of Fabio's fights. You just know this guy is going to entertain me, and it's going to be worth the money. Honestly, I think he's incredible. He's now a superstar. I was there at Portman Road. It was lashing down with rain, but 20,000 still turned up. I'm not quite sure how many were at the O2. I don't think it was a sellout, but I think it was close. I think it was around 16, 17,000. I would say he had about 80% of that. So he's now become a ticket seller. He's a ticket seller. He's value for money. And he's on the cusp of fighting for all of the marbles in the heavyweight division, which still sounds crazy. Honestly, it still does. And I don't know where you have him in your heavyweight rankings, but he is without doubt a top 5 heavyweight. I mean, he will say he's number 2 because he beat what many people consider number 2, but I don't know if it works like that. But he's without doubt a top 5 heavyweight, which, again, is incredible. Incredible. So, look, all power to him. You know, on the stoppage, you know, I've seen so many people that have said it was early, but I've equally seen so many people that are fine with it. So, if you are Howard Foster, you've probably done the right thing. Like, if there are people that are like, not quite sure, then as a ref, I guess you've done the right thing, right? Because if you're Howard Foster, you're probably thinking that as well. You're thinking, it's a bit early, but so you've probably done the right thing by jumping in. And having watched it back a few times, and look, I said yesterday that it was early, and I'm going to stick by that. But having watched it back a few times, there were, I don't know how many unanswered punches. Like, if you just do a fucking stop, like you know, the timers just to count how many, what's those things called? You're probably counting about 60 where Joseph hasn't thrown back. 60 people. And yes, some of them are like, you know, arm punches, and there's not much in them, but it's still, the guy has not thrown back. So maybe Howard Foster has given him every chance to show him something, and he's not done that. I would like Howard Foster to vocalize it. Show me something, Joseph. So Joseph knows he's on the verge of getting stopped. And then I feel like Joseph might have just tried something. I don't know. But look, that's all done now. I feel like both parties have moved on. Andy Lee hasn't said much. I don't think Joseph Parker's accepted it. So it is what it is. What I wanted to talk about was an inevitable collision course. And look, I'm not causing trouble. Before anyone, Ade, you're causing trouble, I'm probably going to get a few phone calls from managers and promoters and whatever, but I'm not. And I asked this to MOSEZ Itauma on stage. I said, and Carl backed me up. Thank you, Carl. I feel like there's a problem brewing. There's a problem brewing, people. I don't care what you think. And, you know, I'm right. I think I'm right. I don't think you can have 2 top dogs in the same weight class in the same gym. I just don't think you can have it. Like, okay, let me ask this another way. If I was to ask you right now, removing Fury AJ, what is the heavyweight fight over here you want to see the most? I think 70% of people would say MOSEZ Itauma versus Fabio Wardley. Therein lies the problem. I still think people would like to see MOSEZ versus Dubois. I think you've got to chuck Dubois into that equation. But I still think most people now, especially after what we saw, would say MOSEZ Itauma versus Fabio Wardley. In fact, I asked MOSEZ this as well. MOSEZ, you're in a weird position now because, again, it's a stablemate. You're two, I think, top 5 heavyweights. I mean, what does someone do? Leave the gym? What happens, MOSEZ?
I don't know. It's an awkward position that we're in, but you know, like I don't really see Fabio as my rival. I kind of see him as a team member.
Yeah.
And like that's the same way. Like when we're in the gym, there's so many stars at the gym at the minute. It's like I'm not in competition with any of them boys because like they're my stable mates.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So like I said, I can just admire and take inspiration for what Fabio's done today.
I mean, these guys, I guess, in the same gym, everyone's buddies, everyone's fucking singing Kumbaya around the fire. But then I thought about the Dillian Whyte equation there as well. And I was listening to Fabio. And look, guys, again, look, I'm not causing trouble. I promise I'm not. But I was listening to Fabio when he did that speech. And he mentioned Dillian Whyte as though Dillian Whyte has changed his life. There's no way. I'm sorry. There's no way when Fabio saw what MOSEZ did to Dillian, Fabio isn't thinking, bit of payback. There's no way. There's no way. Come on, guys. Am I being crazy here? I'm not, am I? I'm telling you now, it's going to get awkward in that gym. It's going to get awkward in that gym. And both of those guys are alpha males. I've been around both. I was with MOSEZ yesterday, actually. Was at an award show. Just felt his aura is an alpha male. I've been around Fabio for a few years now. Alpha male. Both of those guys want to be top dogs. They want to be top dogs. Both of those guys are considered top dogs. You can't have two guys that want to be top dogs in the same weight class, in the same division. You can't. And I guess it's easier. Look at me. I love this. I guess it's easier for Fabio to kind of say, okay, I'm going, because Fabio's still trained by his old trainers. Ben's within it, but there's still, if you look at the corner, it's still his old trainer is the one that's got the main voice in that corner. Whereas MOSEZ is Ben Davis and Lee Wiley. So look, I just feel like we're on a collision course. I feel it's a massive fight. And yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if one leaves the gym. I wouldn't be shocked. And look, in an ideal world, they both go their separate ways. I mean, there are a number of heavyweights they can fight, a number of heavyweights. But when I think of what fight I would like to see most, it's up there. It's up there, people. It's up there. It's a huge fight. No? There's a 10-year age gap, but in a year's time, you know, that fight all of a sudden just, like, say Fabio does fight Usyk and loses, right? I almost feel like if you're MOSEZ, you look at that fight. Frank's got a hell of a job trying to navigate this. Honestly, Frank, I don't know who. I know who manages both, actually, so separate managers. But Frank's got an issue, and that camp's got an issue. It's just what it is. Honestly, guys, it's just what it is. And if you can't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. You can't have, like, look, AJ is in that camp as well, but AJ isn't fighting any of those guys. Like, AJ's got a couple of fights left, so it's easy with AJ. With those two, it's not easy because both of them are in a position where both of them are ranked number 1 by different sanctioning bodies. I'm telling you now, they're on a fucking collision course, and it's a massive fight. It's a massive fight. Get upset with not me, please. All right, what else have we got here? Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora, free 100% on for December the 13th. You know, when interviewing those guys, yeah, they both came out and they kind of made a beeline. It's almost like they were either told to face off or just by default they kind of faced off. These guys, I've always wanted that trilogy. Obviously, it kind of lost a bit of luster, when Dillian Whyte lost. But I know where both of them are. You know, when I'm not expecting to see Bivol with Serbia, but I'm expecting to see a fucking shootout. And I'm not that mad at it. I know some people are. People would have maybe preferred Jarrell Millet. Some people would have preferred Zhili Zhang. But I think for Derek's final fight, and I think maybe even for Dillian's final fight, that there is something weirdly romantic about it being with each other. Because you know they're about to kick the shit out of each other. And sometimes that's all people want. People just want carnage. People sometimes, there are boxing casual fans that would prefer that than would prefer a Bivol Beterbiev, which is just, whatever it is, right? So I think the thing that they're going to have to get around, or the hurdle they're going to have to jump over here, or somehow navigate, is the fact that it could be on pay-per-view. And if that's the case, and Frank would have heard all the noise about the weekend's pay-per-view, they're going to have to stack the shit out of this card. Frank's got a massive stable anyway, so they should be able to do that. Ezra Taylor got a good win against Steed Woodall. Obviously, Steed coming in very, very, very late notice. But if you're Ezra, you can only beat what's in front of you, and you've got to make it look good. And he looked really good. He might sort of put himself in a position where you could maybe say he is a top 6, top 7 light heavyweight. There's still some very good guys. But surely his next fight, if not Louis Edmondson, has to be maybe a Lyndon Arthur. Obviously, Lyndon Arthur fights Bradley Ray, maybe even a Bradley Ray. You're looking at that. That's where he needs to be aiming for. Craig Richards, I know there's likely for Craig to fight Dan Aziz, but that's kind of what he wants to do. I know the ultimate dream is for them to match up with Ben Whittaker. It could happen. I think he's one. If I was to do the rankings, I think I'd have, it's very close, but they're either right neck and neck, or I think I'd have Ezra just one above him, just for now. Really good win for Royston Barney Smith, which is obviously has completely gone under the radar, against Danny Quartermain. Royston's based off the South Coast, right? On the South Coast. If he is, and he's a super featherweight, I mean, Ryan Garner's just the dream fight down there. The dream fight down there. So hopefully that can happen. All right. Yeah, guys, that's it. Very quick video. What do you make of this? Am I just making this MOSEZ, Itauma, Fabio Wardley thing up? Is there anything in it? Am I just stirring the pot, causing trouble? I don't think I am. Again, 2 heavyweights ranked number 1 by 2 separate sanctioning bodies in the same gym? Nah, blood.